don't know if you guys have saw, but Jessie James... Here we go. Saw. I can't do it.
So have you guys seen Jessie James West's recent video? The question he put out to the audience on the streets of New York City is...
Do you prefer a dad bod or fit bod?
Today I'm taking on New York City with my best friend James Lynch, and we're gonna be asking girls. Dad bod or fit bod? Fit bod or dad bod? Fit bod or dad bod? What are you looking for?
We want you guys to answer the real deal. Let us know in the comments below. And let's get into this review.
PS vote fit bod.
Tell me what you like, tell me what you like. Go!
Hey, welcome back to another one with us, the Review Bros. You're in a new location for this hyped review. We're getting questions on a daily basis because of this influencer's pre-workout release. Is it going to be like the rest of influencer pre-workouts, which normally leave us wanting more? This one is called
Transparent Labs Bulk in collaboration with Jessie James West.
Is this going to come together as we get through those usual elements of a Review Bros pre-workout review? The taste, price, label, effects. Does this work in real world training?
Does Jessie know what he's doing? And if you're new here, please do subscribe, tick the bell icon, like the video, and everyone jot down your thoughts on this product.
Let's go! Into that taste and mixability segment. First one comes in different flavors that I'm going to throw on the screen below. But the one we have today is the Relentless Rocket Pop. Look at that, which we're quite excited about. We're actually quite big Rocket Pop fans.
Normally it means it's going to taste good, right?
Yeah, right. Right, I tell you, the flat scoop gets you the serving size of 22.5 grams.
It's a boost.
Yeah, it's quite a big one. Quite a big one, that's what she said.
Smells nice, to be fair.
Does, doesn't it? Thank you. All right, let's see. In they go. So straight away got a blue tinge to it. Ready?
Yeah.
Lot of froth.
Wowee.
Look at that.
I ain't seen froth like that in a long time.
Mostly froth. Froth action going on.
You know what pre that reminds me of, don't you?
Tell me.
Dorian.
Oh, Dorian-esque. Dorian Yates pre. The original, at least.
Yeah.
Some sediment on the bottom.
Yeah, a little tiny fine powder. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, not too shabby.
All things considered.
Let's see.
Oh, bit of pop.
Relentless Rocket Pop going down. God, it's smoking. See what I mean?
Bit of with a weird one, yeah. I can't put my finger on it. What is that?
It's like Rocket Pop, but it's got like a, I've said this before when I used it, like a mentholy, toothpastey taste to it.
Yeah, it has. Like someone's put a little dollop of toothpaste in it and shaking it up.
I mean, it's not bad. That sounds really negative. It's just a bit, it's like those menthol pre's in the past.
And the ABE jobbies.
Yeah, so it's not as good as I was expecting or hoping, should I say.
Yeah.
But it's not bad either. It definitely isn't bad. It's just not... Rocket Pops have always been very good with the capability of scoring 10 out of 10s.
Yeah, it's a bit sweet, not really sour. Bit of a mentholy aftertaste, but it's not too bad. It's above average. It's not terrible.
I've got a score in mind, do you?
I mean, you have one more sip.
One more for good measure.
Yeah, go on then.
3, 2, 1.
7
out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
Oh.
I think it's nice, very easily doable. Like, you probably wouldn't struggle with it. It's just not, in terms of the actual flavour itself, it's not the best ever. So
There
shall
you
we,
go.
what do you want to do?
7.5 because of good mixability?
Yeah.
There you go, first segment done. Let's get into the price of this product. Into that price of the product. And this is going to be a bit difficult because it's currently sold out, sad face. It is available in the normal form bulk pre-workout, and we're going to go by our estimated guess that it's probably about the same price as that.
Give or take. So
Maybe
just to give you an
$5
idea.
more, maybe $5 less, but it's around that ballpoint. Let's go.
So you head over to transparentlabs.com where you can use our discount code RB10, knocks the tub price down to $44.10.
Absolutely, which sounds not bad, does it? Especially when you consider we get a full 30 servings per the container, and it's not one of these 30, 15, 20, 40, it's a real 30 servings, which is very good. And I don't know if you've watched any of our reviews before, but normally if they get 30 serves, it normally means a good price score. And this one's no different, $1.47 per serving. We have a consistent scale that reaches across the realm and compares pre-workouts, and I can tell you this one comes out a very solid 7 out of 10 score.
Price a lot better than average, especially when you consider you're buying into an influencer's pre-workout. So normally they try and rake you over the freaking coals with the price.
They do. There you go, 7 out of 10 guys. Well worth picking up when it comes back into stock.
You know what time it is.
It's that label time. What is this packing, this Jesse James West edition? Let's go.
Westside, right, 22.5 gram scooper.
More than average.
We got some D and B vitamins up the top with some sodium and potassium, all general bodily function, contractions, you know, things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
So the first main ingredient is citrulline malate 2:1, 6 grams.
Which is a respectable dose, guys. You're going to be getting roughly 4 grams of pure citrulline for the pump's nitric oxide production, blood flow, and ultimately the pumps in the gym. That's what we really want from that ingredient.
A nice staple. Then we've got beta-alanine, 4 grams.
Which is a really good dose. It's actually for the tingles, the itchy, tingly feeling as a pre-workout kicks in. And if you like that ingredient, you'll like it at 4 grams. 3.2 is the norm. Obviously, once it's also built up in the system, it's going to help you with endurance in the gym for extra reppage.
Love it. Then we've got betaine and hydro says Beta Pure, trademarked version, 2.5 grams.
Nice to see, guys. Jack of all trade ingredients at that clinical dosage. Endurance, hydration, strength output, power, pumps, a bit of everything, guys. It really is a good ingredient.
Swiss Army knife, if you will. Then we've got something that Aaron's about to slam in a second. BCAA 2:1 ratio, 2 grams.
I mean, that's not only a poor dose, it's something that's really not needed in a pre-workout. I can understand from an anti-catabolic state, it kind of would help preserve muscle potentially.
Fasted training potentially.
Yeah, if anything, we would want more of it, if we would want it at all. It's a strange one. I mean, look, as long as it's not taking away from the rest of the formula and there's other important ingredients in the formula, then I don't see it doing too much damage as such.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away from the formula. It doesn't, have any negative effects in training. So it's one of those things that if you've got a good diet, you don't necessarily need at all. You could always have a BCAA drink alongside and during training. I mean, look, as I mentioned, as long as it's not taking away from the training session, we'll take it.
Yeah, just a bit of padding, really. Then we've got New Level, which is a registered ingredient, 1.6 grams, and that is inositol enhanced bonded arginine silicate.
Which is a really good dose, guys. Very rarely see this. We have seen it before, but like I said, very rarely now. It's chemically altered very, very slightly from normal arginine silicate in that rather it be a pump agent, a pump ingredient, it works literally as a nootropic, hence the word New Level. Gives you some focus and concentration and clarity in the gym.
It's going to push you to new levels, if you will.
There we go.
Then we've got taurine at a very specific dose, 1,300 milligrams.
Yeah, which is a good dose. I mean, normally we see it at 1 gram for hydration and pumps. Has been shown to have some nootropic aid. I mean, yeah, we'll take it.
Nice. L-tyrosine follows at 1 gram.
Good dose. The amino acid responsible for focus and concentration and clarity. That'll work with the New Level.
Nice. Then we got the controversial one, L-theanine, 360 milligrams.
Which is a big dose, guys. And Craig mentioned the word controversial simply because it buffers stimulants. And the only stimulant in here we're going to get onto is half of that dose. If anything, you normally see them on a 1-to-1. Now, let's be honest, let's jump forward to it. It's the caffeine at 180, half of that dose. Now, L-theanine buffers and blankets over the caffeine effect. Some say it's good for an anti-crash and a longer feeling of energy and focus. But some people say it diminishes caffeine's effects and makes them sleepy and tired, which is not what you'd obviously want from a pre-workout formula. Now, the truth is, we will only really be able to tell you if it made us sleepy or not in the effects section.
Exactly, that's the important factor. So in between those two ingredients Aaron mentioned, we've got Alpha Size, a registered version of Alpha GPC, 300 milligrams.
Which is nice. It's a nice ingredient, and that's a respectable dose. You know, we have seen it higher, no denying it, but we've also seen it lower, so we'll take it. Again, really good for focus and clarity. It's going to work well with the other focus ingredients here.
Nice, we're looking at quite a nice amount of focus then. Then we've got theobromine at 50 milligrams.
Which is low. It is a low dose. I mean, there is going to be some stimulatory property from that. Potentially that's what they've yielded in with the total caffeine amount there. It has been shown to also have some mood elevation benefits, but at 50 milligrams, we'd normally see that doubled, to be honest with you, at least.
Yeah, it's a drop in the ocean, really. Then we've got estrogen, a registered ingredient at 50 milligrams.
Good dose, guys. It's going to help bioassimilate all the ingredients into the system as efficiently as your body will allow for that digestive performance benefit.
Lovely, so I've opted for that over Bioperine. And then we've got Infinergy, a trademarked version of dicaffeine malate at a pitiful 30 milligrams.
Exactly. Bearing in mind, guys, you're also not just, that's not 30 milligrams of pure caffeine because you've got the malic acid bonded onto it there. So roughly, I believe off the top of my head, it's about 75% caffeine. So you're only going to be getting 25 milligrams, of actual caffeine, which is low. Now, the idea behind a caffeine malate is it's a longer lasting version of caffeine because it digests a bit slower than caffeine anhydrous. But at that dose, it really is similar to having a sip of coffee.
Yeah, I feel like they put it in there almost just for the sake of having it on the label.
We would like to see that at least normally, I'll be honest with you, 100 milligrams.
Yeah, to have any actual real world feeling. Then we got tying off the label, Huperzine A at 50 micrograms.
Dubbed the learning chemical because it simply helps fire up the neurons within the brain, helps you get that focus, helps you get that tunnel vision like feels, which is a nice wrap off to any label.
Nice, very comprehensive, got a bit of everything, some good points, some not so good points, but we'll see how it feels.
Let's get into the effects of this product. We are into the real world effects on bulk pre-workout, the collaboration between Transparent Labs and Jesse James West. How does this work? Really, bearing in mind we've tested hundreds, if not thousands of pre-workouts from across the entire world. How does this sit amongst those that are on the market in today's standards? It's got a tough battle, hasn't it? Let's be honest.
And as Aaron mentioned before, you know, influencers are known for doing shitty pre-workouts to a degree, so is it going to come out on the top end or the low end?
Absolutely, and I've noticed some of the influencers these days have actually been doing better versions. For example, Jay Cutler's pre-workout is respectable. Chris Bumstead's pre-workout, another respectable formula. But then you get other flip sides of that coin where they use their name to sell the pre-workout. Is this one of them? Let's start off at the beginning. The beta-alanine, the first ingredient that kicks in when you take a pre-workout 99% of the time, the itchy, tingly feeling of the pre-workout kicking in. How does it kick in this formula?
It kicks in strong as hell, as you might think, 4 grams. It comes in at like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 on the tingle scale. It really does get you revved up. You know, you're itching your head, you're geared up, you've got that sense of urgency to get rolling, which bodes well for a pre-workout like this that's lower on the stimulant feels.
Yeah, absolutely. And we don't normally look at the label, but you know what? We have to in this instance after feeling that beta-alanine effect. You are getting well above the clinical dose. You're getting 4 grams of the stuff. Plus, I do think that is influenced by that dosage of estrogen too, to really get it into the system. Now, another arguing point is that despite there being quite a few other ingredients, none of them are as fast acting, other than the caffeine maybe, as that beta-alanine. So that's a good start if you like beta-alanine. If you don't, this might be one you might want to back off of because it is strong. I'm talking maybe 9 out of 10 on that beta scale.
Let's cut to the chase on the controversial element. L-theanine, what do we think about the energy? Is it killed it to death? Is it there?
To me, you do get some energy, well, no doubt you get some energy for sure. You're still getting, you know, a good couple of cups worth of coffee of energy, more than a normal energy drink. So if, you know what, to a degree, if that was in there without that L-theanine altogether, it would be strange if you didn't feel a couple of 100 milligrams of caffeine. Now, that's not huge in today's market. Of course it's not. Normally we see 350, 400 and above with caffeine. So yes, energy in this pre-workout, I would personally argue, is the weakest element.
Coming in at maybe average or just below average, but on the flip side, it's a good thing if you want a lower stim pre that you can literally take every single day with no adverse effects. You know, you don't want to be kept up all night, you don't want to be appetite suppressed, etc.
And that's the reasons we've used it. It's late at night now, it's getting on. I feel like I could have a meal, there's no appetite suppression. I feel like I'm not going to have any trouble getting to sleep. And in fact, that's the truth. I've used this a couple of times before, no problems whatsoever. I mean, the L-theanine doesn't necessarily taper off the energy for us. But if you know you don't like L-theanine, it would be one to avoid. Now, we've talked about this, haven't we?
Yeah.
The nocebo effect. If you have convinced yourself that L-theanine is a crasher, a killer of energy, then sometimes that's what it's just gonna do. Whereas if you was to take this product without looking at a label at all, you might not know.
Exactly.
So I say approach this product with an open mind. Bearing in mind, we are telling you, yes, the energy is below average for today's caliber of pre-workouts. Now let's look at two other elements we look for in pre-workouts, and that's the focus and the concentration in the gym, and the pumps. Starting us off with the pumps, what did you think of them?
So first of all, I'll say the pumps and the focus are both better than the energy, right? Like you mentioned, the energy's the worst. So pumps is probably the best element of the pre-workout. As you might expect, the label has got a lot in there for pumps / endurance, you know, hyperhydration, etc. So you do feel good in the gym training on it. It's more bodybuilder orientated. You do get nice pumps and lots of endurance, as you'd expect. So yeah, pumps are the good point.
Yeah, the focus is also good. You definitely feel in the zone, there's no denying that. There is 4 or 5 nootropic ingredients in there, so you do feel good. You feel nice and healthy on this pre-workout. It comes with no jitters, it comes with no crash, it comes with no appetite suppression, nausea, sickness, digestive problems, you name it. It's a good daily product. Now, the audience this is suitable for is anyone. And that's what it's designed for. It can be taken by Billy Bob Joe, who goes to the gym at the weekend only and wants a little pre-workout that's just gonna, you know, just for the sake of taking a product.
Exactly. The only people it's not for is that very niche audience of stim junkies, which I know we've got a lot that follow our channel. We consider ourselves a stim junkie at times as well. But yeah, obviously you guys, you know, by the label, you know, it's not going to be something for you. So you don't even need us to tell you.
And if you're an intermediate person who's used to a lot of pre-workouts and you're looking for energy to be your main source of a product, a pre-workout, which to be fair, we do, we personally do, this might not be the product for you, but it's suitable for the audiences we've said. For anyone, anyone can take it.
It's not a slapper, is it? It comes in very smooth and leaves very smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a daily driver. I'd feel happy taking that on a daily basis to make productive bodybuilding gains. You could use it for any sport. It's not going to ramp up your heart rate through the roof and beyond. You know what? It's a solid product. It could have been done better from different angles, but again, that would then be perhaps taken away from the audiences we've mentioned. So it definitely has an audience. There's no doubt about it. I like its transparency, hence the name Transparent Labs. It's fully dosed, fully shown, should I say?
Yeah.
So yeah, what more can be said?
Exactly.
What would we give it out of 10? I think honestly, between a 6.5 and a 7 out of 10 for us.
Yeah, we've said around a 7. You know, it's hard with these kind of pre-workouts because you've got to kind of understand who they're aiming at. But like we've mentioned on the points, you know, pumps, focus, energy, no negatives.
And similarly to some other reviews we've been doing of late, we've been kind of breaking them up. For a stim junkie, this is going to get like a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
For an average Joe, a person who doesn't mind having a little pre-workout here and there, that's not anything negative, guys, by saying average Joe.
Yeah.
Some people just want a little something for their training session. This would be a very good something for you. So therefore it would score higher scores as a daily driver.
That's it. So 7 out of 10 on this day is what we'll agree on.
That's
yeah?
what we're going to agree on. Do I think the BCAA was needed? Probably not. No, that's the truth. That is the truth of the matter.
Overall, Jesse James West has done a respectable job on this, but next time consult us and we'll make it even better.
There we go. And I do think it's worth the price.
Yeah, definitely.
Considering it's 30 servings, that's always a good thing. So there we go, guys. That's the honest truth. 100%. As always here at Review Bros, want to thank the guys for sending it over to us. Cheers, Jesse. Cheers, Transparent Labs. We're going to get into more reviews for you guys. So if you've not yet already done it, then please do subscribe. Hit the bell icon, tick and like this video, and comment your thoughts on the product below. Would you try something like this? Let us know. It really does help the algorithms grow. It's at this point we say it.
As always,
Stay
stimmed.
Let's go.